The Buffalo Bills are entering a critical stretch of the season, and the stakes could not be higher. Coming off a disappointing loss against the Houston Texans, the team is feeling the pressure mounting as they approach the upcoming clash with the Pittsburgh Steelers. That previous game left fans and players alike frustrated, as quarterback Josh Allen faced relentless pressure and was sacked 8 times, a number that speaks volumes about the offensive line's struggles and the challenges Allen endured throughout the contest. While the scoreboard did not completely capture the harsh reality on the field, the struggle was evident in every snap. The Bills still managed to stay in striking distance late into the game, showing glimpses of resilience, but ultimately the effort was not enough to secure the win. The loss has sent ripples through the team's playoff outlook, dropping them further in the division and placing them squarely in the fight for one of the final wildcard spots in the NFL playoffs, a position where every game from here on becomes a must-win. This urgency makes the upcoming game against the Steelers particularly significant. Buffalo received some discouraging news heading into the matchup that could impact how the coaching staff approaches both the game plan and in-game adjustments. The Steelers' quarterback situation has been a point of discussion, especially with Aaron Rodgers practicing all week despite a left wrist injury that kept him sidelined in their loss to the Chicago Bears. Head coach Mike Tomlin described Rodgers' week as anything but smooth, and while the team managed to navigate his absence with backup Mason Rudolph, it's clear that Rodgers' eventual return adds a layer of complexity for the Bills' defense. Rodgers is known for his precision and ability to control the pace of a game, and his experience in high-pressure situations makes him a formidable opponent, especially for a team looking to solidify its playoff hopes. Historically, Rodgers has a record of 3 wins and 4 losses against Buffalo, averaging roughly 15 completions for nearly 200 yards per game, with a touchdown and an interception to his name in those 7 matchups. While the Bills have triumphed in their last 2 meetings against Rodgers, it was during his time with the New York Jets, and he is now preparing to take the field once again as a veteran quarterback with Hall of Fame potential. The implications of his presence cannot be understated, as the Bills will need to carefully navigate their defensive schemes to disrupt his rhythm while managing their own offensive production. Each play, each decision, could tilt the balance in this high-stakes matchup, and the pressure is already palpable among the players and coaching staff alike. Despite the adversity, the Bills have some reasons for optimism. Josh Allen remains a force on the field, showcasing the kind of passion and intensity that has earned him accolades and the respect of teammates and opponents alike. His recent visit to the University of Wyoming, where he had the honor of having his jersey retired, highlighted the journey he has taken from a college standout to one of the league's most dynamic quarterbacks. The ceremony drew fans in droves, and the reception he received reflected the impact Allen has had not only on the field, but also on the hearts of those who have followed his career. As he walked onto the field, waving to the crowd and soaking in the applause, it was clear that this was a moment of recognition for his dedication, talent, and relentless drive. What has drawn even more attention, however, is Allen's mindset heading into these critical games. In conversations with young players at his alma mater, he shared insights about his why, explaining the deep motivation that fuels his approach to football. He spoke candidly about the love he has for competing, for winning, and even for the feeling of being challenged or hurt after a loss. Allen's words reveal the mindset of a competitor who thrives on adversity, someone who channels setbacks into motivation and refuses to shy away from the physical and mental demands of the game. While fans may feel uneasy hearing him express that he loves the hurt that comes from being challenged on the field, there is no denying that this is part of what makes him a quarterback capable of extraordinary performances under pressure. The juxtaposition of Allen's physical vulnerability and his mental toughness becomes particularly relevant when considering the challenges the Bills face against a team like Pittsburgh. In the Texans game, Allen absorbed hits that would leave many players reeling, and yet he remained focused, pushing through the discomfort and keeping his eyes on the team's goals. The Bills' offensive line, while showing moments of brilliance, must tighten up to protect their star quarterback, as any significant injury to Allen could have dramatic consequences for Buffalo's playoff aspirations. Every snap, every read, and every decision will carry weight, as the team balances the need to be aggressive and productive with the necessity of keeping their MVP-caliber quarterback safe. Allen's competitive spirit is on full display, and it is contagious for his teammates. Even after enduring a game that tested both his physical endurance and mental resolve, he emerges from the challenges with renewed determination. The Bills' offensive strategy will undoubtedly revolve around leveraging his strengths while mitigating the risk posed by a relentless Steelers defense and a quarterback of Rodgers' caliber. The team's resilience will be tested in every phase of the game, from the offensive line's protection schemes to the timing of passing plays, and even the adaptability of the coaching staff during critical moments. There is a palpable sense of urgency as the Bills prepare for the matchup, a mix of anticipation and pressure that underscores the importance of maintaining focus, executing flawlessly, and seizing every opportunity that comes their way. This blend of adversity, talent, and competitive drive sets the stage for what could be one of the most pivotal games of the season. Buffalo's playoff hopes hang in the balance, and the outcome of this contest could very well determine the trajectory of their postseason journey. The narrative is compelling. A team rebounding from a tough loss, a quarterback driven by passion and resilience, and an opponent featuring one of the most seasoned and accomplished quarterbacks in the league. Every detail, every decision, and every play could shape not only the game's outcome, but also the larger story of the Bills' season. With such high stakes, the pressure is intense, the focus is razor-sharp, and the players are acutely aware that there is little margin for error. As the Bills prepare to take on the Steelers, the spotlight is on Allen, his teammates, and the strategies they will employ to navigate this formidable challenge. The narrative is rich with tension, anticipation, and the potential for redemption, and fans everywhere are bracing for a game that promises drama, intensity, and unforgettable moments. Every practice, every meeting, and every pre-game adjustment matters, as Buffalo seeks to convert resilience into results. Allen's leadership, experience, and unyielding desire to compete will serve as a guiding force, influencing how the team approaches every down and every scenario on the field. As the Buffalo Bills gear up for their showdown with the Pittsburgh Steelers, every preparation, every mental adjustment, and every single rep in practice carries heightened significance. The team knows that a misstep could derail their push for the playoffs, and the weight of expectation hangs over the locker room like a cloud. Yet, for Josh Allen and his teammates, the pressure seems to fuel rather than hinder them. There is an unmistakable intensity in Allen's approach, one forged from years of competing at the highest levels and cultivated in the crucible of previous setbacks. Every drive, every read, and every throw is approached with a sharpness and awareness that comes only from someone who has seen the highs and lows of the game and refuses to be defined by a single moment. The upcoming contest is not simply about offense versus defense. It is a clash of styles and experience. The Steelers, led by Aaron Rodgers, bring the precision and craftiness of a veteran quarterback who has carved out a career of clutch performances. Rodgers' ability to manipulate defenses, read coverages, and make accurate throws under pressure adds a complex layer to Buffalo's preparations. The Bills' defense has faced Rodgers before, and while they have found success in previous meetings, each encounter presents its own challenges. The Steelers' offensive scheme will likely aim to exploit any weaknesses or lapses in Buffalo's secondary, and Allen's teammates on both sides of the ball will need to be vigilant, disciplined, and adaptive throughout the contest. Offensively, the Bills are tasked with protecting Allen while creating opportunities to move the ball efficiently downfield. The offensive line, a unit that has experienced both highs and lows this season, must rise to the occasion. The coordination required to maintain clean pockets, pick up blitzes, and provide Allen the time he needs to make calculated decisions is immense. Every misstep, every missed assignment could be the difference between a scoring drive and a turnover, especially against a defense as opportunistic as Pittsburgh's. Allen, aware of the stakes and the physical toll of the previous weeks, carries the dual responsibility of performing at peak level while managing the risk of injury. His mental resilience is tested as much as his physical abilities, and the way he handles these pressures will set the tone for the team's performance. The psychological dimension of the matchup cannot be understated. After a tough loss against the Texans, the Bills are hungry for validation and redemption. The mindset in the locker room is one of focus and determination, but also cautious optimism. There is a recognition that while Allen's competitiveness drives the team, it must be balanced with strategic execution to avoid costly mistakes. His leadership on and off the field serves as the emotional anchor for the roster, instilling confidence in his teammates even in the face of adversity. Watching him interact with younger players, motivating them, and emphasizing the importance of embracing challenges without fear has become an integral part of Buffalo's culture. It is this blend of intensity and composure that defines the team's identity as they step into high-stakes games. On the defensive side, the Bills are preparing to contend with Rodgers' savvy decision-making. The Steelers' offensive line will test the edges of Buffalo's pass rush, and the linebackers must maintain discipline against both the run and passing threats. Defensive backs will need to stay alert to Rodgers' ability to extend plays and target receivers in high-pressure situations. The coordination between defensive units, the timing of blitzes, and the adjustments to formations will all play critical roles in determining the outcome. Every player must operate at peak awareness, anticipating the opponent's movements while maintaining adherence to the game plan. In a matchup where one big play can swing momentum, mental sharpness becomes just as vital as physical execution. Meanwhile, Allen's focus remains unwavering. The memory of being sacked 8 times in the Texans game is fresh, but it serves as a motivating factor rather than a point of discouragement. He has shown a remarkable ability to compartmentalize setbacks, treating each play as a new opportunity and refusing to let past challenges dictate his approach. This resilience is infectious, setting a standard for the entire roster. Wide receivers and running backs feed off Allen's energy, knowing that his drive to win and ability to perform under duress elevates their own play. Every practice rep, every walkthrough, and every pregame discussion is imbued with an urgency born of playoff necessity, and Allen's leadership ensures that this urgency translates into focus rather than anxiety. Special teams, often overlooked, will also play a pivotal role. Field position, kicking accuracy, and coverage units all contribute to the larger chess match between the Bills and Steelers. In close games, the margin for error is slim, and every detail matters. Coaches emphasize situational awareness and the importance of execution in even the seemingly minor moments of a contest, understanding that these moments can be the difference between victory and defeat. Players on all units must internalize these lessons, maintain discipline, and be prepared to perform under pressure, as the stakes extend beyond a single win and impact the trajectory of the entire season. Before we dive back in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest Buffalo Bills updates straight to your screen. And hey, don't hold back. Let us know your thoughts on today's news down in the comments. Breaking news is sending shockwaves through the NFL world. Sources close to ESPN are reportedly confirming what fans have long speculated. Veteran defensive powerhouse Campbell is now officially signing with the Buffalo Bills. The move, if finalized, could instantly reshape the dynamics of the AFC and ignite the Bills' defense in ways that pundits have only dreamed about. Campbell, known for his relentless pass-rushing ability and sideline-to-sideline dominance, would bring not just skill, but leadership to a team that has been steadily climbing the league ranks. The rumor mill has been churning all week, with insiders hinting at behind-the-scenes negotiations that escalated into a full-blown frenzy. Campbell, who has spent the majority of his career terrorizing quarterbacks across multiple franchises, is no stranger to high-stakes matchups. His potential presence in Buffalo could immediately boost the Bills' defensive line, providing much-needed depth and an experienced voice for the locker room. Sources suggest that Campbell's signing could also influence other free agents who are watching the Bills' moves closely, potentially setting off a domino effect across the league. Social media erupted the moment the news hit ESPN, with fans speculating on everything from Campbell's jersey number to how his playing style will mesh with the Bills' existing scheme. Analysts are already theorizing that this could mark a new era for Buffalo's defense, potentially turning the team into a nightmare for opposing quarterbacks. While the details of the contract are not fully disclosed, insiders claim the deal was crafted quickly, reflecting the urgency both sides felt in making the partnership happen. Of course, nothing is truly official until paperwork is signed, but the buzz is undeniable. Conversations in sports bars, online forums, and locker rooms alike are dominated by Campbell's potential impact. Could this be the missing piece the Bills needed to finally reach their championship aspirations? Only time will tell, but for now, the NFL is buzzing louder than ever. The league may be in for a dramatic shake-up, and one thing is certain. Wherever Campbell goes, chaos on the defensive line follows. Fans, analysts, and rival teams alike are on edge, waiting for the confirmation that could rewrite the NFL narrative overnight. That's a wrap for now. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay on top of all things Buffalo Bills, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. We'd love to hear what you think in the comments. See you in the next update.